what's going on, Jam fam? So, if you haven't seen me for a couple of days, that's because I've been busy playing Supercell's newest game, Moco. This is an MMO-style game where you drop into a world, you kill a bunch of monsters, and you collect experience and complete quests. It is very PvE focused, which is a lot different than a lot of Supercell games, where their main focus is PvP. I'm about 10 hours into the game, and I've reached level 16, and that's where the XP begins to plateau a little bit, and the game gets a lot more grindy, so I feel like I can finally talk about this game somewhat competently. So, I'm going to talk about what I like about the game, what I dislike about it, and what I would like to see change as we move forward. So, today, let's review Moco. Let's talk about everything that I think about when I play this game. Let's get into it. All right, so before we get too far into this, I want to talk about the basics of this game, just in case people haven't played it. That way they actually have some base knowledge about what I'm talking about when I actually mention things. Don't worry, this is going to be very surface level stuff. I'm not going to go into like crazy details or anything like that. But here we are. When you boot into the game, this is like your room. This is where you get set up and stuff. You have your shop over here. You have your gearbox over here. So we're going to go into the gearbox, and this is like where I'm going to explain like the very basic level stuff. So you have a main weapon. This is going to be your main source of doing damage. Every main weapon has a main attack, and then they also have like a combo attack that gives you like some kind of boosted thing or whatever. So you get to pick a main weapon. It doesn't really matter which one you pick for the most part. There are specific situations where you want specific ones. It doesn't really matter when you're just casually playing. So you pick a main weapon. Then you also have 3 gadgets. If you play Brawl Stars, then you know that gadget is just a usable item that is on a cooldown. Well, at least now in Brawl Stars, it's on a cooldown. That's how it's going to work here in Moco as well. You're going to pop a gadget. It's going to do some kind of thing, like pepper spray is going to push out a cloud of smoke that does damage. These vitamin pills are going to give me like a small attack speed buff and heal me when I attack people. Every gadget has its own ability here. So you're going to get 3 of those, and then you're also going to have 3 passive abilities. Passive abilities are just what they sound like. They do a specific thing every once in a while. So like Vampire Teeth, that's going to heal me when I attack people. Auto Zapper, that's going to randomly attack one target for single target damage that does a decent amount of damage. So so that's the basics. You have a main attack, you got 3 gadgets, and then you got 3 passives. So that's a basic build for every character. Then you're going to go over here to your portal. You're going to pick a mission to do. You're going to have a job or a quest or something. They call them projects for quests. Jobs are like basically a quest with like different criteria. So anyway, you spawn in, you get to move around, and then you can attack any monster that you see. Monsters are obviously going to be highlighted. And then, you do your damage, you kill the monsters, you pop your gadgets to kill things, you pop your gadgets to kill things, you pop this to heal yourself up a little bit, so on and so forth. This is it. You complete your objective, then you're going to extract out, go back home. I actually got a chaos core here, so that's really good. So when you finish your mission, it's going to show you how much XP you got, how much loot you got. And then if you get a chaos core, it's going to open up randomly and upgrade one of your gear. So that's very convenient that actually happened, because otherwise I was just going to have to say that it happened. So that's the very, very basic stuff about Moco. There's other things like raids and PvP and stuff like that, but that's just like the very basic stuff right there. All right, so that is the basics of Moco. You set up your build, you drop into a world, you do a little bit of fighting, you collect your gear, you complete your objectives, you pull out, you get your rewards, and then you move on to whatever your next job is, whether that is doing a raid, doing another world, doing PvP, whatever you want to do. That's the basics of Moco. So now that we have that established, let's actually talk about what I like about it, what I dislike about it. And we're going to talk about this stuff very freely because I don't really have like a great structure of this, but we're going to start with the vibes. I think the vibes of Moco are immaculate. Everything about this game is just a very chill experience, and you will feel very relaxed playing it because there's literally nothing to super sweat about. The raids can get a little hairy if you really want to get really into it and, do optimal builds and, have like amazing clear times and stuff like that. But for the most part, you're just kind of relaxing, playing the game a little bit, doing a little farming, and to me, that's awesome. There isn't really another mobile game that does that quite that well, in my opinion, and I love it. I've been truly enjoying the experience of just sitting on my couch or sitting at work or even on stream just yapping with chat and just farming away. I think it's a great time, and it's definitely worth at least having on your phone for when you're bored and don't really have much else to do. And honestly, one of the biggest things that adds to the vibes, to the feel of this game is the music. The music is both super chill and energetic at the exact same time. I don't really have a way of describing it. It's like a techno lo-fi beat that picks up the pace when you're in the middle of a fight, but then between fights, it slows down a little bit. It's just like great pacing. Like I can't explain it, so I'm just going to play a little bit of the music with some gameplay in the background and just chill out and listen to it for a minute. So yeah, the vibes are immaculate. The music is amazing. It adds to those vibes very, very well. And I just truly enjoy it. It's not a sweaty game. It's very relaxed and you just kind of do whatever you feel like doing. You kind of just get in, get out. And I really enjoy it. That's why I really like it. And I think the vibes are very, very much there. And it's a lot of fun. I think it's a lot of fun personally. All right, so let's go into another positive, and I think that Moco does social aspects extremely well, especially this early on into the game's life cycle. Obviously, we're only a couple days from like the global launch, and I feel like they've already done social aspects way better than Clash Royale and Brawl Stars. Well, let me show you what I mean. So one thing that you're going to notice is that when you go into here, there's other people playing the game. So I'm going to drop into the world, and these are going to be other players, obviously. These guys, they're fighting monsters. They have their own profiles. They're playing the game by themselves. Cool. There's randoms. And, you know, you're not fighting the randoms. They can actually help you. You can help them. It's great. It's a great time. But here's the thing. Moco actually takes it one step further. So if you actually have friends playing the game, so if I go here under my friend request and you see that people are actually playing, you can just click on the world and drop in. And then you're playing with your friends. Like, here we are right here. I just dropped into Sniping Cow's world here. And he should be around here somewhere. Yeah, he's right over here. His name will pop up in blue, I believe, right? He's in here. He's in this blob of people. See, right here. Right here, right here. Sniping Cow. Hi, buddy. And this is cool because, you know, if you know your friend's playing and they're just casually playing, you can just jump right in and help them out. Like, I'm going to sit here. I'm going to help Sniping Cow and his party here kill these people. And then we're gonna dip right out. We help him kill this juggler. I could stay for as long or for as little as I want. Because I'm making a video right now, I'm not gonna stay that long. But we're gonna get out of here. We killed the bone crusher or whatever he was, and we dip out. That's cool. Your friends can be just casually playing on their own. You can just pop up and you can just you know help them do whatever. You can get whatever you need to get done. They can help you. You can help them, and it's in and out. Very easy, very fun. So they do that aspect of social playing very, very well, but one area that they do kind of mess up a little bit is the lobby menu. The lobby menu can be a little bit confusing for people that don't know. At first, I had no idea how it worked, but basically, when you join up in a lobby of people, that kind of is mainly just for raids. Other than that, you don't really need to do that at all. So, like, if you're just trying to farm an area, say, like the Spirit Caves or one of those open world maps or whatever like that, then you just need to go to your portal and queue up in there, and then your friends have to follow along with you. Let me just show you. So when you go into your lobby here, if I can find the button, when you go into your lobby here, you can create a lobby, and then when you hit select map, it only pulls up the raid maps. It doesn't actually pull up your actual farming maps. You need to back out of your lobby. You need to go into a world. You need to pick one of these worlds, and then you need to queue up, and then your friends need to follow along with you. Now, if you're doing rifts, this is where it actually gets confusing because that's the way you do it for worlds. For rifts, if you don't select it from your lobby, I'm not going to click a rift right now because that's just going to lock me into something. But if you queue up a rift here, it'll ask people to join you. It'll ask people to join you like this, right? But if you queue it up here, you're going to join with randoms. If you queue it up here. See, it's weird because it's like if you want to do worlds one way, you do it this. But if you want to do rifts, you got to do it the other way. And that doesn't make sense. I don't know why it isn't just, you know, when you go here, when you select a map, it should have worlds and rifts right here. And if you're picking worlds, you could just drop right in. And then if your friends want to, they check the lobby. If they want to follow you, they join. If not, they go do their own thing. It's very confusing though. Doing worlds through this menu is just, I don't understand why they split it this way when you have a lobby active. Obviously, this should be like the main queue if you're solo. But when a lobby's active, you should be able to do everything through the lobby menu. All right, next up, let's talk about something that isn't great about Moco. I kind of like really hate this. It's not like a major thing, but it is a small thing, and it does bother me quite a bit. So if you go into Moco, this is like, you know, obviously, like I said earlier, this is your room. Now, if you click this button right over here on the right, if you click this button here, it's going to pull up all your quests. Now, daily jobs are like missions that pop up every couple of hours. It's important to do these because once you get 3 of them done, then you get a nice big reward that upgrades one of your, you know, gadgets, gears, whatever. It upgrades you quite a bit. Those are definitely worth doing, and those are nice because they do track it. But what is small that they don't track, well, they do track it, but you can't like manually track it, are these objectives here. These are like just your general projects, they're called. And these are things that you're supposed to complete passively. For example, killing or helping these overgrown ruins peoples, these little guys in the overgrown ruins. I'm almost done with that there. at least that level of it. And yeah, it's like when you spawn into the overgrown ruins, let me just show you here. When you spawn into the overgrown ruins, it's not gonna track any of that. It's not gonna put on my map that I want to do those. I have to walk around manually and find all of these objectives. So this can be a little bit annoying because as you're running through here, it can take a little bit to find these, and they don't put it on your map at all. So I thought I saw one up here, but there is not. Okay, here's one right here. So there's one right there. So I got that done, right? And there's another one right there. So I got that done. This is a bad example because these guys are everywhere. But if it's like a specific monster, like say I needed to kill this jumper here, it won't put a jumper on my map at all. I just have to manually walk around and find these jumpers. And you understand what I'm saying, right? Like, it doesn't track it for me. And it can be a bit annoying. And I'm not going to lie, that it's very frustrating experience. Another thing about this quest system here is that you have these project things for all of your gear. So all your main weapons, if you scroll all the way down here, all your main weapons are going to have do damage type things with here on the left. And same thing with your gadgets and your passives. So everything is going to want to be used to upgrade your character as much as possible, right? But when you go to set up here, there's no way over here to check what projects you have for specific weapons and things. Like if I want to work on my wolf stick here, or this is the good vibe staff. If I want to work on the good vibe staff here, it doesn't tell me what I need to do with it or whatever. And then to like figure out how close I am, I need to go into here, check it, scroll all the way down here because there's no way to actually sort by category. It just sorts by completion or category. So I have to go all the way down here, scroll all the way through this list, and find the good vibe staff. See, I haven't even started this quest. And then go back in here. So that's okay. I got that figured out. Now, what do I need to do for pepper spray? What do I need to do for pepper spray? Or what do I need to do for the monster taser? So now I need to back out again and go repeat the process. And you can see why this can be a bit annoying when you have 3 gadgets and 3 passives that you need to worry about. See, like I don't have one of those there. The monster taser is already done. I already finished that gadget. So I would be running a dead slot there, not working on any quest by having that equipped to me. So that's a bit of an annoyance. Same thing with the passives. You can see why it's annoying. You have 6, 7 things that have like things attached to them, like quests and stuff, that is not organizable in an easy menu. Like if you could access it here, that would be a lot easier to track. So in general, quest tracking can be a bit cumbersome. And it's just a small thing. It's just a UI thing, I know. But I do got to point it out here because honestly, this game's great. And, you know, all these little things can get added down the road. And that's what I would like to see. I want to say that this game is great, but they do like have small things like this that are a bit inconvenient. All right, so next up, let's talk about one of my favorite things about this entire game, but it's also going to be one of the most divisive things about this game, and that's going to be the general gameplay loop, like the play style of it. Because, like I said at the very beginning, this is a PvE-focused game, player versus enemy, player versus environment. You are playing against computers here, and you're mainly supposed to be teaming up with people to take down big bosses, take down big raid areas, do events and stuff like that. And pretty much all of Supercell's other games are PvP-focused. You know, Clash Royale, Brawl Stars, even Clash of Clans. The main objective is to take down other players and to rank up and push as high as you can. So if you're the type of player that is more like focused on outskilling people and getting better at the game, this really isn't for you because like as you can see from the basic gameplay loop, let's jump right back into it. You know, we're just gonna go into the cool zone here. There isn't a lot of skill expression here. The cool zone is like your training dojo, by the way. So it's all auto aim. You can't automatically aim your attack. So if I want to attack something behind me right now, I can't do that until I automatically switch targets. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, you just spam your abilities on cooldown. There isn't really much thought of it. So there isn't really a ton here. The most like mechanically advanced thing here is timing your dashes because bosses will charge up attacks. There will be a red cone area. And if your dash is on cooldown, you're more than likely going to get hit by it. And if it's not, you can get out of the way. So it's just about staying away from the boss and, you know, having your dash ready when it is ready, when you need it. Now, because there is such a focus on PvE and not PvP, and there is a very severe lack of skill expression, I think that's going to be the main reason why people do not enjoy this game. If you're the type of player that is very focused on beating other players and getting better at the game, then again, I don't think Moco is going to be the greatest game for you as of right now. There is a PvP aspect, but I have not engaged with it personally, and I heard it's just kind of okay. And the fact that there is no like great skill expression, I feel like the PvP will never be a like major focus of this game. I feel like the major focus of this game will always be, you know, taking down monsters, progressing your account, doing raids, and getting further on that side of the game as well. I don't think PvP is ever going to be the big thing. With that being said, I have truly been enjoying the game quite a bit because of this PvE aspect and the fact that I don't have to be the highest skill player to be able to contribute to a team. I just have to be there and just hold down the buttons, and that's kind of fun for me, and it's very relaxing, and I don't have to feel bad when we fail, because if we fail, more likely than not, it's because one of us isn't leveled up enough or one of us isn't running the right gear. Those are like the two win conditions: be leveled up and run the right gear. That sounds boring, and I know it does, but also when you're playing the game, it's just like you don't really feel about it. You don't really feel it. You're just kind of doing your thing, and it's enjoyable, and that's what I like. With that being said, though, I do wish there was a little bit more skill expression in this game, because I don't love the fact that sometimes you're trying to focus on like a real tanky enemy or an actual boss, and you know, your guy just for whatever reason decides to shoot the little bug next to him instead of the actual big target that's going to take you down if you don't lock onto them and take them down quickly. And that's very frustrating to me. I kind of wish you could aim your attacks and gadgets. Like just that little thing of like being able to drag my gadget and shoot it in the right direction that I want wouldn't be such a big change for me. Like honestly, it would. But again, I enjoy the chill vibes of this game. I like doing things at my own pace and not having to worry about if I'm the best player or not. Like in Brawl Stars, where like if I have a bad game, I feel really bad about it. I don't beat myself up when I play Moco. But again, if you're the player that really loves PvP focused thing, getting better at the game and taking down other players, I don't think Moco is ever going to be the game for you. All right, so I'm going to be honest, that's all I got. I have really been enjoying Moco, but there's really not like a ton to say without going like super in depth about like missions and stuff like that. In general, I just really love the vibes. I think the vibes of this game are great. It's very chill, it's very easy to play, and it's very enjoyable for me. I really enjoy the social aspects of it. I think they do that stuff very, very well. And I didn't even mention this, but it is not pay to win at all. You have to grind the game out to progress. Everything that you pay for is literally just cosmetic as of right now, and they say that's going to stay that way. We'll find out what happens, but as of right now, they're saying everything is just going to be cosmetic only, and I think that's a really great thing that you don't see a lot in the mobile market right now. Most of my complaints are literally just UI things. Like, most of my complaints are just like not showing how much damage your gear does or tracking things when you're actually in a match and stuff like that. That stuff can get fixed very easily down the road, and I'm sure those changes are going to come. And when that comes, I don't really think I have a ton to complain about in this game because it's very enjoyable. Everything feels unique. Everything feels fun to me, and I really enjoy it. However, like I said, I don't think this game is going to be for everyone. If you're a very PvP-focused player and you want to beat people and get better at the game and express a lot of skill while you do it, this game is not going to be for you. This game is going to be a lot more on the casual side, and I think that's the audience they're really going for, which for Supercell, I think is very good because they don't have any other game quite like this, so it stands out as a unique pillar in that regard. So I enjoy it personally, but it may not be for everyone. If you are like, you know, if you get bored of PvE games very easily, this isn't going to be your style of game. Anyway, that's going to do it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed my yapping. I hope you guys have been enjoying Moco. If you haven't, that's all right too. Let me know what you like or dislike about the game down in the comments. And yeah, that's going to do it for today. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.